and welcome to Once Driven, Forever Smitten. My name's Dougie Rankin. Now, if you're a regular follower of this channel, you'll probably be aware that it's all about Vauxhall cars. Well, we've bought a new car and it's not a Vauxhall, but it's a very close relation from the General Motors stable. It happened at complete random. The car popped up out the blue at an auction site. We put a cheeky bid on it, and what do you know, I ended up winning it. So here it is, and here's the story of Black Sabbath, our new project, hopefully, a Saab 9.5 HOT Aero estate. Enjoy! Ditched the Vectra at my parents' house because I'm running a little bit late for my train. Can't leave it out in the street because we're all parked up at the moment, so they'll just have to move it later. You actually see that, or does it just blur it? Good thing about living in West Calder is it's got the train station and it runs straight into Edinburgh quite regularly. At least when the trains aren't on strike and things, but it's on time the day. So straight into Edinburgh, about half an hour, and then I transfer onto a train that goes to Newcastle, and that'll be one that runs all the way down to London. Calidar and Ayar, as West Calder was called in Gaelic by nobody ever. Wasting money. We go carriage L. First class is what we're looking for. It's a nice day here in Edinburgh. Hope it's nice in Newcastle. That's like miles of house building going on out there, somewhere at the side of Edinburgh. Now, because I'm in first class, you get free munchies and drinking, so I'm having shepherdess chicken, and I've got a tuna with Saab, crisps and a pudding. Exactly. We make the most of it. I've got my complimentary Coca-Cola and my complimentary chicken lunch. I was just about to open my pudding when it came out. There we are, I've been doing about 110 miles an hour, so not the long till we're in Newcastle.
And then kill them off because they ain't got any CO2 in yet. So.
It's just arrived in Newcastle.
Well, your car.
You do the Great North Run?
Yeah. There's this old boy running next to me, and he was sort of trotting along, and I passed him. And then we got near the end, he was still trotting at the same speed, and he passed me. Taught us some hair. Yeah, that's the bridge.
Just arrived in Newcastle, bang on time. Taxis. This way. Taxi. There we go, I recognise that Renault for the auction that was on Saturday, that maroon thing. Oh, right. Oh, and there's that, and that Orion went for about 7 grand, and it's a 1.8 diesel as well. There's even like a gear in it. I've just arrived at WB and Sons in Newcastle. That was about a 6-mile taxi ride there. I recognise some of the cars from the auction on Saturday, including a diesel Orion and a Renault 19 Shamad. Let's go in here and go and find our car. So here with James
Yeah.
for WB and Sons, and we're just having a little look around the new purchase, the Saab Aero 100 Black Sabbath. That's alright, it's the top of the range one for the time. Looks pretty decent, like, just had a new turbo on it as well. Are you saying you reckon you can remap these?
Yeah, really easy. Really
Because
easy to do it.
these are 250 brake out the box. Yeah, and they'll go, what, 280 pretty much straight away without an...
They've got a standard forged internal, so the
Yeah.
rods are standard forged. If you have a look on Facebook, you see some of them in Sweden running 500-600 brake.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Obviously it's a completely re-engineered Vectra B underneath, which does all the stuff that Vauxhall probably should have done with the car. It's got electric everything in it and that, you know, so I'm going to chuck my stuff in. I'd love to get it taxed
How can you get
before I
in
take
a
it
state
out the
car with
road.
this kind of money with heated rear seats?
Yeah, oh, heated rear seats, that was the thing as well. How does the boot open, the tailgate?
Yeah, just that button
There
there.
we go, there. Check it out, we've got the CD changer. We've got a donut. We're sorting that out. We're sticking a wheel, proper wheel in there. Got the smell of dogs. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, that's a Volvo T5 is quadruple the price of this thing. Easy. Well, I'm going to be changing the tyres, I think, quite quickly. I've been saying, oh, that's a Falcon, that one. I think that was the best one out of the lot. I think that one we've got. Oh, it's got decent brakes on it, plenty of meat on the brakes. Slightly corroded headlight, they're a little bit dim. I'm going to try and bring them back to life. Oh no, that's a Falcon as well. Oh, that's alright. And it's got a Infinity EcoMax. We'll get some rain spots on that in due course. And one thing that's amazing about this, heated rear seats. You know what else? Pure Vauxhall heated seat rear switch. Brilliant. Okay, so of course we've got the key down in the middle here, so oh, and it moves, it moves. Oh, we've got handbrake. We've got handbrake, that's alright. How much gasoline we got? Oh, get in. Quarter tank, that's not bad. Park assist failure, okay. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, we've got the 2.3 turbo. Has got a new turbocharger on it, we can see it down in there. Got a decent battery on it. Gonna have to get a bracket for that, that's missing. No. Bit overfull on the old coolant. To find the fuse box for it. To go and check. See if we can get the lights working. I think she's a smoker, folks. I think. Oh yes. I wonder if that's going to burn off because it just had a new turbo on it. It's got a big exhaust on it. It's got two new shocks under there. I can see. Interesting. A good test for it. Quarter tank of petrol. We need to go and find some super unleaded that's less than £2 a litre. Jet, Shell, BP, Morrison's. None of that looks like much use. Right, smoke seems to have cleared, as far as I can tell. What do I do with my piece of paperwork? In my back pocket. Let's get this taxed. Ideal, that's the vehicle tax set up. £31.50 a month, 378 quid a year to tax this bad boy. But that's us legal. Now, let's go and find some super unleaded. 222 miles, 3 hours 47 minutes to Leamington Spa. Adjusting my electric seat down, tipping it back a bit so we can get properly comfortable. Ooh, it's electric everything on this. Nice. Got the phone wedged in there with a magnetic holder. I don't know how long it's going to last. Adjust this up to 10. Let's switch itself off again. There we go. To 108.0. Park assist failure. What is park assist? I don't need any assistance when I'm parking. Gonna go as soon as I want to go. Cars arrive everywhere. Unreal. Nothing's come in here so far. Okay. How's it going to behave? What sort of knocks and bangs and rattles and whatever else are we going to get off it? Right, where are we going? Run this way. Okay. That mirror I can't see out it very well. So is that a puff of blue smoke and start up? It's just had a new turbo on it, so I don't know if it's residual shit in the system or if it does actually need a set of valve stem oil seals on it. Indicating left, you cunt. Fucking bus driver indicating fucking left, come straight on. They do have super unleaded. It's just over at that other pump and it's not marked out very well. This will be expensive. What can you do? Right, super unleaded. Coming right up. Sitting at 70 mile an hour. This thing is super smooth and it's doing nearly 40 miles to the gallon. It's better than fuel than anything else I own. Taking it easy anyway. Space saver on the Astra. This has just racked up 50 miles in the big Saab, and we're needing a CV joint and a wheel bearing, I think. Could do a new set of door mirrors on it. They're not working and that one keeps sagging. Aircon's not working. Apart from that, it's good. We've got no shake or vibration at motorway speeds. It doesn't judder when you're slowing down. It sits really stable, nice and quiet. It's got the long gearbox that I crave, and it's sitting at 70 mile an hour on the cruise, 40 mile with a gallon. Tell you what, Look, the fact that fuel is so expensive these days, it hasn't really slowed many people down. I suppose it doesn't matter so much if it's not your fuel. Distance 1 miles, okay. So I've reset the distance by doing that, okay. Oh wait now, that's not instantaneous, I've reset the whole lot. Yep, a lorry pulling out. Just about to roll over our first 100 miles. We're sitting on 40.5 mpg. That BMW thinks it's going to run up the inside of me after I move to let it out. Let me tell you right now, you won't be. I'm coming back in here. I don't want to be getting up towards 80 mile an hour. I'm trying to do a fuel economy run here. There we go. Picked up on the cruise again. So we're just over 100 miles into the journey so far. Feels good. I mean, the tyres are nothing to write home about. I was wondering if we're maybe going to get a bit of shake up through the steering, but there's not. One of the first things we do is get 4 new tyres on it. 225 45 17s is what it runs, which seems to be quite a popular size because I've checked it and you can get Uniroyal Rain Sport 5s for 65 quid each off my tyres. So we're having a set of them. But there's no noise off it at all at 70 mile an hour. All there is just wind noise coming, a little whisper around the A-pillars there. I like it, it seems well set up, it tracks straight and the steering's got that nice steady feeling at 70 mile an hour. Really good straight line stability, but it also feels responsive as well. You can like tweak it, move it, and it responds right away. There's no dead area, sort of slackness in the steering at all. Saab, considering what they had to work with, and the Vectra B chassis is a better starting point than what you might think. But all the same, Saab's engineers really did an impressive job with the 9.5 is my early impressions. After I've got the tyres done, the next priority is definitely going to be air conditioning. It's actually blowing warm air through that right hand side vent, and what's coming through here is tepid anyway. I don't know what temperature it is outside. I think it's pretty warm. Obviously if the sun was out and things, this is going to be uncomfortable. I do find with climate controlled cars that if the aircon's not working, you don't get the same level of normal cool air that you would get through the vents on a car that doesn't have aircon. I find anyway. That's going to have to be sorted. Hopefully it's just out of gas, or maybe it's just, it might be needing a condenser on it, I don't know. You know the Vectra Bs are very bad. Well, Vectra Cs were very bad for condensers, so we'll have to get it pressure tested and see if there's any gas in it. Probably not. Originally this would have had a doubled in head unit in it. Don't know how good that would actually be to go and seek one of them out, but we've got, this is our trip computer here, and we can cycle through the things there. Distance, on we've done 100, yeah, this is telling us how far we've travelled. Arrive 5:48 PM, so I don't know what that is. don't know what that is, I've just cleared it. Arrive 540, what the hell's that? I don't know. Speed, average speed 68 miles an hour, speed what? W, 62, don't know what that is. I have to look up the book. Alarm, date, temperature, need to find the outside temperature, get that sorted out. Distance to empty, 352 miles. Fuel at the moment, sitting doing 44.2, that's instantaneous. That's us just swinging round onto the M1, got about 35 miles to go before I'm at the hotel. I'll go and try and find somewhere to get my dinner first and all. Woo, a wee caddy van's going for it. Check this. Whee! He's got the red badges on the back, he must be chipped up. That's a dodgy noise. The Jefferson, here we go. Beautiful. Here is our hotel car park. Any actual spaces? There's a, I don't know, course I meant to be there. There's a Vectra C, an early one in a weird kind of green colour. Let's go and park in beside that. Got it's a saloon as well. You see this? Right, just popped back out to go to the supermarket to get my dinner. Check that out. It's apparently only got 36,000 mile on it. Somebody checked it on Instagram when I posted it there. Bird crapped all over it. Oh, goodness me, I'm tired now. This hotel car park is dodgy. I'll come back out of here. Okay, across the back of it, I think. Somebody at the back of me. That's alright. Right, Morrison's, it's less than a mile away. The sat nav is going to give me no indication as to whether I can turn left or right out of here. I think it's right. I may be wrong. Is it? Oh, it's obviously the wrong fucking way. Right, much difference. Down Guy's Cliff Road. I take it this thing's got a 70 litre fuel tank in it because I just went and topped the tank off and got 38 litres in it. At £1.86 for supermarket super. This is bad shit. Must be about 20 degrees out now. Seems to be getting warmer today, the later the day goes on. This thing's going to be awful. If it actually gets up well over 20 degrees, it'll be boiling, I'll be driving it in my pants. Oh, well, it's the following morning, it's a nice bright sunny day. The car is boiling inside, with it being black, having black leather. Of course the aircon doesn't work. I'm just going to give it a check under the bonnet, see what the coolant and everything's sitting like. Have a look underneath it, see if it's marked its territory anywhere. They've definitely overfilled that coolant. Other than that though, I mean, it looks like a pretty dry engine. I wish I could see where the dipstick was. It must have a dipstick. Or am I a dipstick because I can't see it? Well, I'm still looking for the dipstick. It looks to me like it's maybe got some new gear linkage parts down the back there. There are shiny bits. Well, I found the dipstick. Of course, a lot of Saab people would know that. It's in the filler. The oil looks nice and clean and it's fill up as well, which is good because it just did the turbo done, so you would expect that. So that's good. Right, let's go in for the Halfords and see if we can get a can of aircon gas into this thing maybe. How do you go on? Come on. Right, done. Alright, cool. And before we go away, when we started it yesterday there was quite a bit of blue smoke out the exhaust and start up, so we'll just check that again now. Good news is Halford's Leamington Spa is only 1.3 miles away, so we'll go there and we'll see if we can get some aircon gas, and I might buy a jack and raise that front wheel up and see what's going on. Cannot get my phone mounted anywhere on this dash using any sort of mount. I'm going to have to work that out. Yes, I'll maybe have to get a suction mount for the windscreen for now because this is a pain. Aircon recharge, 50 quid. I might go and ask about that, because that is more expensive. There you go.
The high port, that's the low port down there.
What in that thing? Oh look, there's another one. A new shape, or a new earth shape. So let's see.
That one. So, luckily it is the cheaper gas.
Aye, the old R134, aye. Aye, the one, what's the 1, 2, 3, 4 stuff's dear, eh?
Yeah, I'd say it's 110 for the recharge on that one.
Yeah.
So
that was a 60, 18-year-old this thing now, which is crazy.
Do you want to turn the system fully on for me? So AC on, fan fully, car on?
Well, nothing will kick in, but we shall see if it does anything. That's it, all switched on.
Basically this dial is showing us obviously how much is in there. But unfortunately it's on the warning at the moment, so some sort of problems on the system. Right. The only thing that I can really think of is maybe the thermostat or your fan or something like that, or you might have an actual leak in your system. Usually when it's on the warning or alert I can't really touch it. If it goes down into low I can fill it up for you. But from what I can see, you've got the refrigerant in there. There's some sort of issue with the actual system. You know, you said that it won't actually turn on when you turn the AC and stuff.
But the compressor's not kicking in on it, eh?
Yeah, more than likely you might need to either replace the compressor, maybe the thermostat or the actual fan. But from what I can see there, you've got pressure in there. It's just there's a system warning somewhere else, unfortunately. So best course of action is probably to put it into a garage and then get the compressor.
No worries. I've got you could I can get it looked at on the road, like. Not a problem. So it's going into high pressure.
It's got pressure in there, because of how much is in there. It's kicked it over to the warning, so there's too much pressure in the system.
Too much pressure in the system.
More than likely.
Interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately we won't be able to do anything for you there. So.
No worries. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, cool. Thanks very much. I'll be back in the now. Cheers. Right, well, he reckons there's an issue with the system, so I have got the Tech 2 here, which also does it also does Saab as well as Vauxhall, because I got the two separate software cards for it. Off you go. Thank you. Now look, the Tech 2 is now on Saab diagnostics. Yes. Year 2004. Saab 95. Starting communications. Diagnostic trouble codes. Climate control. Let's see what we've got. No diagnostic trouble codes stored. Okay, so read values. A lot of stuff in there. I just had a quick look at the parking sensors, and that's telling us left centre distance centre. Okay, that's the issue with that. We'll clear them. I bet you that's a permanent issue. No, maybe not. Is it going to work now? Just have a look at our engine fault codes. Read DTC information. Oh, no trouble codes stored. That's what we like to see. Ignition discharge module. Current status. Okay, whatever that is. Okay, that's all looking good. I don't know what the temperature is outside now, but it must be over 25 degrees. And I'm sweating. Right, I need to go to my work appointment with... I've just bought the worst and most useless windscreen holder from Halfords. It does not stick to the screen at all in any way. Fucking useless. I've got no way to mount my phone stick to anything. What a useless, pathetic weasel of a product. Leamington Spa is a strange place. It's got that kind of torn-faced, malevolent middle-class feeling about it. There's also quite a few Neds and Roasters knocking about, like that Polo with its fog lights on, tailgating the shit out of me. A lot of tailgating going on here. Weird place, it's all leafy trees and expensive looking houses. Full of people that are frowning with a sour face that are in a hurry, you're in their way. Kind of feels a bit like Bath in that respect. Oh, it's nice to get in the move and get some air. You won't often hear me complaining about how hot it is, but I've got a Nissan Juke sitting right up my arse when I'm doing 30 mile an hour on a 30. Tailgated by shite cars all over the place. That Dacia the other night, that Polo, and now this. Okay, seeing as I got here early, we've got some time. I went and bought a 2-ton jack out of Halfords, about 30 quid, and I got myself a breaker bar. I was needing a new one anyway, and I got an adapter and a couple of the Allen bits for the caliper, just in case that's what it is. We won't go wrong with those anyway. Let's get this opened up, we'll get it jacked up and see what plays in it. Find out if this is a good idea or not. Maybe I'm as well not knowing. Big long nose in the front of this, kind of overshot that a bit. Bear that in mind. Whoa. Good news is there's no play on that side, and we have got new springs and shocks here. It looks like new anti-roll bar links as well. Looks like it's quite a big oil leak under it. I can deal with that. Drop it back down and slacken the wheel. Oh, really? Okay. Well, they're not very tight. They're borderline. Okay. Well, it wasn't about to fall off, but that wheel wasn't properly tight. They were, I mean, at least 3 of them were borderline. Alright, we have got a brand new Sax, original equipment, spring and shock in there. We've got a new anti-roll bar link. We've got an oil leak. That'll be for the headlights there. I have to identify where that oil's coming from. I have to get it all washed off and cleaned. Don't worry about that now, that's pretty bad. We'll check. Brake discs don't look too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm just going to double check the tightness on the caliper, because I've got the 7mm for it there. Probably going to be alright. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, good news is that the caliper's all tight. Nice to see that it's got some new parts on it as well. I think a lot of the weird noises for this have been coming for that wheel not being properly tight, which is good and bad. Let's tighten it up properly, but it's alright now. Check the other side. In fact, better check all the wheels, make sure they're tight, just for safety. Slider covers back in. Oops. It's this side. And this one's okay. This thing's got a full set of new springs and shocks on it. That one's alright. Okay, last one. Good stuff. Oh, I was just putting the stuff away in the boot and I opened one of the side compartments here and I found a set of bushes. Don't know if I take it mustn't have got round to fitting them. 3 or 6 of them altogether. I take it they'll be for this car. Just around it. And we've got 2 Kenwood magazines for CD for the 10-disc changer, which will be getting removed anyway. Then if anybody's interested in these things for purposes of retro-ness. Don't know what this is. So it's got Saab on it. What is it? We'll open it up and have a look. Ah, fantastic, look what it is. It's a new cup holder. This car keeps getting better, because obviously the one in the front's broken and this is a replacement for it. Fantastic, good stuff. This is quite a substantial thing, an actual parcel shelf. The Omega and the Vectra have got like a slidey sort of sheet. Proper set of substantial hinges on this, big heavy tailgate and all. This is a well built motor. Oh my god, I'm sweating so much. Well, I'm glad to say the meeting at Renault went well. I and the car's proved a hit with my boss and my colleagues, who seem to quite like it. I gave them a lift over to this pub. The clanking from the wheel has disappeared, which is good. Well, my afternoon of work meetings went well. I've just had a lovely steak dinner courtesy of the company. It's 8:15 in the evening and it's time to get back to Scotland. Sat nav reckons about 1:30 in the morning. I strongly disagree with that. So let's see how the Saab gets on with all four wheels tight on it. Now here's something unusual. Tell you how hot it is today. The fact that I'm now getting hay fever, my eyes are going all itchy. And if I get hay fever these days, that means it's like a super high pollen count. Mental. Whoa, okay. Passat in front of us, slamming the ankles on as we come into 30. You just like let off the accelerator and gently slow down, you know. Damn it, we're going down to one lane. They're never ever finished pissing about the smart motorway. This happens like all the time on these stretches of road. It's constantly reduced. Those fucking smart arse here's going to go and cut round everybody. How many more are we going to get? There's a red X up, which you're not supposed to pass. How many folk are going to drive through the red X? That dick in the Vivaro is going to do it. Okay, so we've just rolled over the first 300 miles. What do you think? I think we've definitely got a good one here. It was a nice surprise to discover that the thing's got new suspension all round on it, and that the clonking noise wasn't anything nearly as bad as what I suspected it might have been. We've got a bad oil leak, we've got the aircon to fix, it needs a set of door mirrors. That one's completely knackered, that one just doesn't adjust. I mean, other than that, it's not bad at all. It sits solid as a rock on the motorway and it's super responsive. But if you squeeze the throttle on this at 70 miles an hour, it just moves. There's no change in engine note or anything, you just see the turbo gauge flick to the right and off it goes. I haven't booted it at all yet, because I'm going to leave that until I get back on home territory, just in case it does something untoward. But I'll be honest, I'm really pleased with this. I don't think there's anything else that we could have bought for under £1,000 that could even come remotely close to what this can do and the equipment that it's got. I'm fucking delighted. If you happen to agree with me, please do let me know in the comments. If you don't and you think this is a bucket of crap, for the love of God, keep your opinions to yourself. I don't want to know.
When they won me, which is another great realistic review that went to Snakes in the 80s, remember, is they're doing a next week.
Right, here we go, famous night panel. Oh. It's so much less distracting. Thank you, Saab, for providing the answer to a question that literally no one ever asked.
You're fucking silly intellectualising about music. Do you know what I mean? Well, I mean,
Alrighty, well we've now got our traditional cross-country section from Abington to West Calder. I don't want to wreck my fuel economy figure though, because it's sitting on 37 mpg. So we'll try and just take it easy. But I think the impressive thing about this car is that it's going to be able to cover ground on these sort of roads effortlessly. "545 miles racked up." I have to look at that parking sensor thing, see if I can get that fixed. Hello, Cavalier. Think this one looks pretty promising. Pulling away there. You could smell the oil, but that's that, just it burning off the, it's dripping onto the exhaust. Righty, that's another one home. Another success, the one's driven forever smitten. Bedtime. I'll have another look at it in the morning when we give it a wash. Alright folks, so the big Saab's now done 545 miles, 300 or so yesterday it came up the road. So let's have a look round it in the daylight again, settle down, see what the oil's like, see if, what sort of patch it's made on the road underneath it, see what the coolant level's like, stuff like that. Okay, so well, we've got the oil in it now, that's good, we'll fire it up. We're going to have to drop some of the coolant out of this because it is overfilled, and I've noticed that the sound deadening off the bonnet is missing, which is alright, don't really care, can do without that. Right, so what we'll do first is we shall check the oil. These are renowned for being quite heavy on oil, from what I can gather. I've been reading a lot of stuff online, doing my research and things. I suspect this is going to need a set of valve stem oil seals in it. Can't be that hard to do it in one of these. Looks like it's got a ton of silicon sealant around the cam cover. Not noticed that yet. We'll see what our oil situation is like. Oil. It's kind of hard to tell off this. I think it's quite low. Are you supposed to tell off of that? Right, hold on. Right, tissue. I think the oil has dropped in this a bit. Yes, that doesn't appear to have any oil on it now. Right, let's try this again, shall we? That's going to make any difference. No. No, I think it's using quite a bit of oil. Okay. Fine. We shall put some more in it. Right. I've got some 1040 multi-grade out the Cavalier. This won't be the correct oil for this, but it's not going to matter because we're going to have to sort the oil leak on it anyway. See where this brings the level up to. I think these things run on 1540, believe it or not. I would have thought they would have been like 530 fully synthetic, but doesn't appear to be the case. We won't be driving it hard and it'll be getting dropped anyway, so I'll give that a minute to let it sink down. Right, place our bets this time. We're on the stick now anyway. We're at the bottom of the stick, which is good. I don't know where the oil's coming from in it though. Probably sump gasket and crank seal. I'm going to hazard a guess. That's on the bottom of the stick. I think I've got any more oil here. Okay, so well, we've got the oil in it now. That's good. We'll fire it up. We're going to have to drop some of the coolant out of this because it is overfilled. And I've noticed that the sound deadening off the bonnet is missing, which is alright, don't really care. Can do without that. Oh, here we go, yes. We have some bit of visible smoke. Hello, Bob. What do you reckon to the Saab, Bob? Aye, don't bite. Now, having moved the Saab, yeah, there's a fair few spots of oil on the ground round about there. It's all at that offside of the engine, which says to me there's probably going to be the crank seal that's away on it rather than just simply the sump gasket, so need to look into that as well. That's okay. Right folks, this is fourth gear, 30 miles an hour in the Saab 9.5. This is the first time I've given it a bit of stick. We'll see what happens here. See what the in-gear acceleration times are like, because that's what this car's really all about. It weighs 1,740 kilograms. Here we go. 1500 RPM there. Now what I'm finding with the car is you're actually better sort of feathering the throttle and feeding it in. If you just flat floor it at sort of 1500 RPM like that, it won't pick off. Here's an indication of just how responsive this is. So we're in fourth gear at the moment. Say we just wanted to sort of nip out past somebody, so if I just give it a bit of... That's not me flooring it. And we're going uphill a bit here. It's got superb responsiveness to it. Love this turbo gauge as well. Is it going to make a racket? in the Saab. Yeah, the dash is a bit slippery for you, isn't it? Yes, you're finding it a bit difficult up there. Sorry, I put shiny stuff on it. You gonna come out? You're just gonna chill in the Saab some more. Very interesting car. Oh, what's down there? Yep, gotta go for a look down there. Might be rodents hiding or something. Come on, getting out. Thank you. You've got to watch out. Check underneath your car in case somebody steals your cat.